Spring has sprung, which means allergy season is in full bloom.
Yes, it is. And if you are one of the 1 in 4 adults who starts to get itchy eyes and a runny nose this time of year, well, there are always ways to help alleviate your symptoms that you may not have heard before.
Emma Benson explains for this week's Your Life, Your Health.
The flowers blossoming, the birds chirping, spring is finally here. But the pollen from trees and grasses released in the air
sneezing, itchy eyes, itchy nose,
can trigger an allergic reaction.
Congestion, sometimes sore throats.
While for many people, spring allergies are inevitable, Dr. Glenn Porter with Intermountain Health says you don't have to be miserable.
We don't cure allergies, but we can desensitize patients so that their quality of life improves so dramatically.
Dr. Porter says the severity of your allergies can depend on your geographic location.
Generally, the wetter you are, the more rain you have, that means the more plants are growing and therefore more pollen.
In a recent study, researchers, including one from the University of Utah, found that pollen concentrations have risen more than 20% since 1990. So how can you avoid exposure to these allergy triggers? Well, your best bet is to stay inside during peak pollen times.
Rinsing your nose when you get home can sometimes be helpful, or if you've been out for a while, maybe even taking a shower, changing your clothes.
Dr. Porter also suggests keeping the windows closed to prevent pollen from coming inside. Now, unlike a typical cold, with allergies, you shouldn't have any body aches or a fever. Over-the-counter antihistamines and nasal sprays can help relieve your symptoms.
The most effective medication is probably topical nasal steroids, which are medicines like Flonase, Nasonex, Rhinocort. For those sorts of medicines, I typically recommend people begin using those about 2 weeks before the typical onset of their symptoms.
And if that's just not enough, it may be time to go see an allergist who can provide additional treatment options.
It's not something you have to deal with. It's not something you have to be miserable with. It's very treatable.
For Your Life, Your Health, Emma Benson, KSL 5 News.
All right, great tips there, Emma. Thank you.